Chosen one, there's something you need to hear. And I won't wait for the perfect moment to say it because, in a way, you're already ready. God is proud of you. Not because you followed every rule flawlessly. Not because you stayed calm when you wanted to scream. Not even because you held on to faith when everything around you tried to crush it. God is proud of you because you kept growing, even when the world told you it would be easier to quit. Maybe no one ever said this to you before. Maybe nobody noticed when you did the right thing despite trembling hands, when you gave your all but received little in return. Maybe no one acknowledged the times you quietly chose love when revenge would have made more noise, but heaven noticed. That's what matters. Nothing good you've done has been invisible. You've walked a path of spiritual integrity that doesn't ask for recognition. You've broken harmful cycles, healed family lines, and held peace in places filled with anger. You've made courageous choices without any promise of reward, and each time, you built something lasting. God doesn't measure you by appearances. Divine favor isn't earned by performing your suffering perfectly. That's not what this is about. And it's not who you are. You're not being honored for suffering in silence. You're being recognized for rising with honesty, for staying authentic in your storms, for keeping your light alive in spaces that mistook your humility for weakness, for feeling deeply and still returning to love, not just the emotion, but the deliberate choice. That kind of resilience is rare. There's a sacred strength in someone who can walk through fire without being consumed by it. Someone who witnesses cruelty and still refuses to pass it along. No sermon can teach this. No book can capture it. And you, whether you know it yet or not, carry that power. You've taught God about faith in ways most people never will. Your faith wasn't born from comfort. It was forged in the in-between, in the places that didn't make sense. And still, you didn't abandon your story. That's why the blessings arriving now feel different. This isn't just some generic moment in time. This is when your truth begins to resonate louder than your struggles. You are being honored for your courage, your honesty, your willingness to feel deeply, and your choice to keep showing up, even when no one noticed. You've carried love where it wasn't easy. You've created light where there was only darkness. You've built eternity in small, quiet moments. And now, everything you've endured, every act of patience, every refusal to become what hurt you, is finally being acknowledged. This is your time. Not because the world decided so, but because you lived, breathed, and chose in ways that were bigger than anyone could see. You kept moving when most would have stopped. You chose love when it was easier to give in to bitterness, and that choice, over and over, is what has shaped the blessings you are about to receive. So stand tall, chosen one. Your story matters. Your resilience matters. Your light matters. And God has always been proud of you. You've earned this season quietly, through late nights no one noticed, through self-discipline that others mistook for weakness, through choices that seemed illogical to the world, but aligned perfectly with your spirit. Now, something is shifting. The light you've nurtured in private begins to extend outward. The peace you fought for appears with less resistance. People sense something around you that even they can't explain. That is no accident. It is the fruit of a soul that refused to give up. You might still feel uncertain. You might be adjusting to the idea that goodness can come to you without chaos attached. Joy may feel unfamiliar, like a language you once spoke but forgot after years of survival. That's okay. It is returning, not because you performed perfectly or found the exact right words in prayer, but because even in your doubt, God never did. The divine knew exactly what it was doing when it placed His Spirit within you, when it gave you eyes that see beyond the surface, a heart that feels deeply, and a voice that carries far more weight than you realize. You are what healing looks like emotion. You are what integrity looks like in a world that values performance over truth. You are a soul that remembers its source, even when the world forgets. And yes, it hasn't been easy. Sacred transformations rarely are. There were sleepless nights, mornings when you didn't want to rise, moments when vengeance tempted you, yet you chose release instead. That version of you, the quiet warrior, is what heaven celebrates most. Not the perfect you, not the polished you, but the authentic you, the one who wrestled, stayed, and surrendered without quitting. You no longer need to earn a place at the divine table. You've already built it with your resilience, your love, and your choice to keep moving when every reason to stop existed. That seat is now being prepared because God, who witnessed every battle, is placing honor in your hands. And it is not a favor, it is a response. Here you are, on the edge of a life that finally acknowledges your worth. It may feel strange, unfamiliar, almost unreal. Doors are opening without struggle. People see your value without requiring proof of your pain. This is your time, not only for peace, but for joy. Not just for surviving, but for thriving. There is a difference between merely getting by and truly being blessed. For too long, you endured. Now, you are about to remember how to receive. This transformation does not happen simply with the passage of time. It occurs when alignment meets identity. When your soul refuses to shrink to avoid attention, your presence is potent. You are not just a light in darkness, you are proof that a soul can be both gentle and unbreakable. That a person can lose everything and still choose to rebuild without bitterness. You carry a grace that makes others question their masks. You embody a truth that does not need to shout to be heard. And now, the universe is responding, not in subtle signs or whispers alone, but in tangible, undeniable shifts. Opportunities are finding you effortlessly, as the life you've quietly built begins to acknowledge and honor you. Chosen one, relationships no longer drain you, just to feel acknowledged. Paths that once seemed blocked are starting to open, not because life suddenly became easy, but because you are ready. You didn't skip any steps to get here, you lived every part of this journey. And don't let anyone make you feel like you need to justify that. You don't owe anyone a retelling of your struggles for them to honor your strength. You don't have to prove your story for them to respect your destination. Let them wonder. Let them question how you arrived. God saw it all. God counted every silent prayer, every act of restraint, every quiet decision to refuse going back to the version of yourself that once settled for crumbs when you were meant to claim the full table. You've grown in ways no algorithm can measure, no camera can capture. You've expanded at your core. From this moment forward, the world will feel different not because it changed, but because you did. Your discernment has sharpened. You no longer tolerate what drains you. You no longer chase what confuses you. You don't bargain with energy that feels off just because it looks like opportunity. You now know what peace truly feels like. That's why you no longer accept the chaos that used to feel normal. You're not above anyone. You simply refuse to shrink beneath yourself. That is spiritual maturity. It isn't a grand arrival or a trophy, it's the daily, quiet choice to remain authentic. It's the subtle decisions to stay true when compromise would be easier. It's the deep, unwavering knowledge that your worth doesn't depend on who notices it. The rewards aren't just coming, they are already here. You feel it in the way your body finally feels safe to inhabit, in the way your spirit feels steadier, less scattered, in the way you no longer need to be fully understood to feel complete. Because the true reward isn't only what you're about to receive, it's who you became while waiting. Let that sink in. This isn't just a new chapter, it's a whole new book. The rules have changed. The version of you that needed everyone's approval doesn't run this story anymore. The version that confused loyalty with self-betrayal no longer holds the pen, you do. And the hand that holds that pen was blessed by God before it even understood the power it carried. So write boldly, live authentically, make choices with confidence. Not because you never failed, but because every fall prepared you for this rise. Every decision, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every time you started over while still carrying the scars of the last ending, it all counted. It was all seen. It was all sacred. God is proud of you, not because you were fearless, but because you moved forward anyway. Heaven is already celebrating. You've earned more than survival, you've earned honor. And it is here now. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need it. Like the video, and continue your journey by exploring the videos on your screen that call to you most. Your next step is waiting, and your story is ready to unfold.